Yo, what is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 24 online CFM game. We are now in week 3 of the 2026 season here in the Premier Madden League. What you guys are seeing right now is the box score for the week 2 game that, like I mentioned at the end of the previous video, did not get played. It was a fair sim. Myself and the 49ers user, our schedules just did not line up, so we ended up fair simming the game, and despite Cooper Kupp going absolutely ballistic, we ended up losing the fair sim to the San Francisco 49ers. And real quick, if you don't know what a fair sim is, it's just the game gets simulated. There's no forced winner, forced loser. It's just heads up, team against team. And our Rams team is coming up there. We're building our roster, but the San Francisco 49ers still have one of the best rosters in the entire league. So in a fair sim, not surprising that we ended up losing to San Francisco. So that puts our record at 1-1 heading into week 3 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And before we head into that game, we have a little bit of business to do. I believe I mentioned it during last season that we get one player that we're allowed to re-sign in season every year. That's a new rule added to the PML franchise, the CFM. And last year we did it on Aaron Donald, and the rest of the players that we want to re-sign, we have to wait until the end of the season after the Super Bowl to re-sign everybody, just as a realistic way to do contracts, because in real life not many contracts get done during the regular season. So we're allowed to do one during the regular season, and the one guy we are going to do our attempt to get signed is Kobe Durant. We have to use the word attempt because our first attempt at trying to re-sign Kobe Durant did not work out well. Like I said, last year we spent that one re-sign in season on Aaron Donald. There weren't many people we had to re-sign, so it was pretty paramount to get Donald back on the team, so we did that. This year, there's not many options that we have. Rob Havenstein's an upcoming free agent again. Antonio Gibson, who's been pretty solid for us, but I'm not sure we're going to bring him back. I kind of want to wait on regression to see what happens with Antonio Gibson. But for Kobe Durant, I feel like, he's not asking for a lot of money. It's just his motivations are not lining up with re-signing with the Los Angeles Rams right now, which I don't see why they wouldn't. Man, we're back-to-back Super Bowl champs and all that stuff, but I mean, the heart ones would have won, I suppose. So we'll have to try again next week with Kobe Durant. We'll give him a couple mil more, and hopefully that'll be enough, because even if we give him a couple mil more, it's still not a lot of money for Kobe Durant, who's a pretty solid corner, as we are underway for some week 3 action. We're back in Rams house at SoFi Stadium, taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Tre'Vius Hodges-Tomlinson trying to take that opening kick return back, only gets to the 19-yard line. So that's the contract stuff. We'll put that, table that off until next week as we get Jalen Henderson looking down low for RJ Maryland. So as you guys know from the end of our last game, we had a lot of injuries, but along with the week 2 game being simmed, we're 2 weeks into the future now, and some of our guys are back as Avila gets a pancake block. That'll propel Kirk Merritt, who churtles away from the pack. Kirk-ho! Bang! Oh man, he jumped straight out of the box and into the end zone. Kirk Merritt. Oh man, a spectacular ending to the opening drive. Play that sweet music, Kirk. Hey man, Kirk Merritt, he's actually an upcoming free agent for us as well, but I foresee us re-signing Kirk Merritt, mainly because he's only a 60-something overall, like a 64 overall still, and re-signing him will be a piece of cake. So I'm not worried about that. So real quick, one thing about that whole not being able to negotiate contracts until the offseason, that means you only get one shot at re-signing players. So when you think about it, that Kobe Durant contract, if we tabled that talk until the offseason, we either would have had to try to heavily overpay him right away, or, risk having to potentially franchise tag or let him walk. And that's why I chose Kobe Durant as our one re-sign guy, because his motivation to re-sign was pretty mid. So, we can play that negotiation game and fail the negotiation once like we did, and, know that, all right, we got to give him a couple extra mil. That's fine. We have a ton of cap space, as you guys saw. We're not cash strapped by any means. So we'll keep that, keep that all in mind. But for the rest of the guys like Gibson, Merritt, and all them, we're only going to have one shot at attempting to re-sign them in the offseason. Havenstein, and, whomever else it might be. As we drop back with Jalen Henderson, already with a 7-point lead, looking for more. That's RJ Maryland, the rookie, with the grab, taking us out of bounds to the 8-yard line. Halfway through the first quarter, Gibson trying to shimmy and shake, can't do much as Byers, our backup guard, is injured. Remember, we have a couple of offensive line injuries after opening night as Jalen Henderson is in for 6. JJ the jet plane blasting his way off into the end zone, or blasting off, that would have been better, but Jalen Henderson, once again, just those design quarterback runs, he makes the most out of those opportunities. Byers is all right to return. That's good because Dotson is out, and I believe Garrett Bowles came back, but Kevin Dotson, our right guard, is still out right now. As far as our wide receivers, because we had a lot of wide receiver injuries in week 1, Mike Evans is back. Mike Evans is making his season debut, and technically we're playing our first game with Puka Nacua, but he came back during week 2. Also, Aaron Donald came back in that week 2 game, so this is our first time playing with Aaron Donald this season, but he did play in that week 2 matchup. Here's a third down. Jalen Milroe, the rookie out of Alabama, the new quarterback for the Buccaneers, and he's picked off Devon Jackson. He's gonna go for 6 again. Devon Jackson with his 2nd career pick, and both of them go for 6. He truly is the jack of all trades, and we've run it up early on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 21 to skunk. And we're only 6 minutes and change into this ball game. We're not playing around today after that sim loss to the San Francisco 49ers as Rock Taylor with the carry. So the Bucs, they do have Jalen Milroe. And like I said, you know, we have a decent amount of our squad back, but we are missing Julian Fleming. That's the big piece of our offense that is not there today. So we're going to have to rock with Puka Nacua and Mike Evans as starting wide receivers, as Jaheim Bell, I believe it is, a tight end, making the grab as Rock Taylor is brought down to the ground pretty ferociously by Byron Young, pretty emphatically, it must be said, as a nice open field tackle by Grant Delpit. That'll bring up a third down. The rookie Milroe struggling so far. Can he at least get a conversion outside? Oh, it's Jackson again! Oh, but he didn't make the catch in bounds as Tristan Wirfs is injured on the play. It's 4th down and 5. They'll call it an incompletion instead of an interception, as the field goal from 56 yards deep is good. Impressive for Tampa Bay. And I'm sure they're happy they could at least kick 3 right there, because Jackson should have had his 2nd interception of the 1st quarter. The 2nd round draft pick making an immediate impact. And we've seen RJ Maryland make an impact at that tight end position. And we know what Cooper Kupp can do. Maybe not as a deep threat, though. But with Julian Fleming out, that is kind of our deep threat. Being able to push the ball downfield is going to be a struggle for us. Julian Fleming is not going to be back until, I believe, week 5. So until then, how do we make it shake on offense? Maybe with Jalen running the ball. That worked well week 1 against the Seattle Seahawks. And, I mean, we got to test defenses that don't put that quarterback spy out there. Once again, Antonio Gibson not up to the greatest start to this year. Another slow start to this one as we get the run with Henderson. He takes off and he gets the 1st down. Jalen Henderson, I believe, is actually injured on the play. Jalen is down, and Tyree Jackson, the backup quarterback, is in. As you saw, I don't even know who got injured, but they're out for the rest of the game. In the meantime, wide open, Antonio Gibson! Out of the reach, the backup quarterback comes in, misses the opportunity to throw a touchdown on his 1st snap of the season. But Tyree Jackson, we're going to have to get used to him, because abdominal tear on Jalen Henderson, that's going to knock him out for the game and for multiple weeks. Jackson on 3rd down! He knows what to do. Call up 10. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Cooper Kupp will answer the bell. And yeah, we're going to need a lot of Cooper Kupp, talking about, you know, not be able to move the ball downfield. Cooper Kupp can do pretty well underneath, as he proved right there. Kirk Meredith's 1st carry since that spectacular touchdown on the opening drive. So why not give Kirk Merritt a couple of carries? He seems to be a hot hand so far today. RJ Maryland for the 2nd time this game, setting up a goal to go at the 8-yard line. Antonio Gibson. Oh, not only is he not going to finish off the drive, he might have finished off our chances of scoring a touchdown. Merritt in! Merritt piling forward, pile driving his way to the 3-yard line to finish the drive. Is it Cooper Kupp to get it done? He does! Whoop! Cooper Kupp in on the end around. It's all Rams all day right now, and a great drive put together with the backup quarterback that finishes the job. That was a long drive, man. Yeah, 15 plays. 5 minutes long, but 15 plays. We lost the quarterback along the way, but we still were able to do what we've been doing all game long and move the ball pretty well downfield, not in a hurry, 15 plays, 80 yards, whatever it is Jalen Milroe with a monster run on the first play of the Buccaneers drive. That's the way we got to play offense. So far, we're living up to the bill, and now we just got to play the defense that we've been playing all game long, and that should be enough for victory. And especially with the backup quarterback in the game, we don't want to take too many chances. So we really just want our defense to close this game out. The Buccaneers are saying otherwise as Devon Jackson got injured on the previous play. Milroe in heaps of trouble and somehow not going to be called for intentional grounding there. It'll be a 3rd down and 6 as Milroe just gets the play off. Looking. Pocket collapsing. He's in trouble again. And once again, somehow getting away with not getting sacked, not getting called for intentional grounding. It's going to be 4th down and 6, and Tampa Bay down a lot. They're going to kick a field goal once again. Tampa kicked the field goal on 4th down and 5 earlier, so not much of a surprise that they're going to do it here. They're truly chipping away right now, but they're scoring 3 while we're scoring 7. Devon Jackson is eligible to return, but we're not going to rush that injury. We're in a pretty good spot right now, even though we really need the defense. Hopefully we can, weather the storm without Jackson, and we'll see if this ground game can work out. Here's Tyree Jackson looking to pass on 2nd down. He wants Merritt. Oh, Merritt falls behind on the play. Good coverage by Tampa Bay. It looked like Merritt was going to beat him out there. It looked like a solid throw by Tyree, but defense did the job. Now it's 3rd down. Tyree Jackson, man open. It's Antonio Gibson. He's got the 1st down, racing away from Devin White near midfield as we take off with Tyree Jackson. He's not the fastest man on the planet. He's got about 83 speed. It's enough to run a read option for almost 20 yards when no one covers him as we get one more play off before the 2-minute warning. Jackson outside for Evans. He's got the grab. He's got the touchdown. Mike Evans, welcome to the Los Angeles Rams. In his season debut, I believe that's his first catch as a Ram, and it goes for 6. Couldn't script that one any better. And Tyree Jackson with a money throw. After the first throw we had with Tyree that should have been a touchdown that we ended up missing out on to Antonio Gibson, it's good to see him bounce back because we're going to need Tyree Jackson for the next couple of weeks. I don't know how long an abdominal tear is going to keep Jalen Henderson out for, but until then, we're going to have to rely on Tyree Jackson, who is a 67 overall. And not only that, Tyree Jackson, he was a quarterback in college, but he actually got converted to tight end in real life. And, I think he still is supposed to be a tight end in Madden, but someone who had Tyree Jackson either last year or the year before, they moved Tyree Jackson's position to quarterback. And his attributes are not really that great, but his throw power is high. He has 95 throw power. That is the one boost that we have to him, but he's not as mobile as Jalen Henderson. His accuracies are definitely going to be lacking. He is a backup quarterback at the end of the day. 30 seconds to go in the half here. 4th down, and Jalen Milroe and the offense lining up to go for it here. One timeout. They're going to keep that and keep the offense on the field. It's a run. Can he get it? Away from Donald, and Milroe scrambling down to the 44-yard line. Timeout burned by Tampa Bay. Their final of the half. They'll have to be careful here as we send the pressure. Quick throw outside, but not able to get out of bounds as St. Brown. They'll have to quickly spike this ball as Milroe gets it done with 2 seconds to spare. That was scary, but Tampa Bay will have a chance to kick their 3rd field goal of the half, and the 3rd one through the nets. And they haven't been easy kicks. 2 of them were 55-plus yard field goals. Tampa Bay cool under pressure. I mean, they're kicking field goals well. That is the one positive for the Buccaneers. Otherwise, it was all Los Angeles in the first half of that ball game. And we played Tampa Bay last year in week 2 of the regular season, and it was a really close game. That was the game when Grant Delpit got the pick 6 to win the game out the 2-minute warning, I believe it was. So, we were expecting to get into a battle with Tampa, figuring it would be a high-scoring game, but our defense has really showed up so far today as Rock Taylor on the run, and Taylor going to get a 1st down here. It's all right if Tampa runs the ball a little bit here. It's just, keeping the ball in front of us, but man, when Milroe just throws a perfect pass like that away from a diving Grant Delpit, what else can you do as Taylor cuts it inside? Byron Young making the tackle. Milroe driving downfield, got a man open. It's Trey Palmer, juking, jiving, and scoring quickly up and down the field. Go to Buccaneers, and that's not what we're really looking for. We don't want Tampa to get their offense going because this has been one of the best passing teams in the league the first 2 seasons. We don't want them marching downfield because we're not equipped to get into a shootout right now. We're simply not, with a backup quarterback and down a wide receiver, as Trey Hodges-Tomlinson electing to return the kickoff. Not going to get too far as we'll actually run an RPO, and that's thrown behind Cooper Kupp. and just truly a mistake by Tyree Jackson. That could not be an easier throw on the slant. It's Cooper Kupp. He beat him by a mile, and Tyree Jackson put it to where only Zion McCollum could get it. I don't know how that throw was so bad. It was the perfectly disastrous throw to have a pick six, because anything else, and that's just wide open. But, I mean, hey, man, backup quarterback, I suppose. We got to live with that for the rest of this game, and that's going to kill our confidence, because if we can't throw that, then, I mean, I don't know what we can do with Tyree Jackson besides just try to get the heck out of here. As Jackson design run, big gain, Jonathan Abram, the last line of defense, bringing down Jackson at the 25-yard line. Maybe we just got to run the ball with Tyree Jackson because he's having a little bit of success, more than we'd expect. Second down, looking for Evans. Oh, and that's intercepted. Miles Jones taking the ball away from the former Tampa Bay Buccaneer in a revenge game, but it's Miles Jones who will get the last laugh on that play, and back-to-back interceptions by Tyree Jackson have us in a funk. Now we need that defense. We need Devon Jackson to get back into the game, and we got to slow down Jalen Milroe, who is really starting to turn it up in this third quarter. Man open, it's Taylor. He made the catch, and you see now the M factor where the ball indicator is not there is going against us, and that's really going to hurt playing pass defenses. Aaron Donald makes that tackle on first down, and on second down, Grant Delpit, once again, a thorn in the side of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Man, did we need that play like we needed water, man. That was, oh, that's a bad throw, and thankfully it's not picked off. Tyree Jackson has completely lost control of this offense, yet we'll call upon him on third down to make a play, going for Kupp. He's got it. Cooper Kupp, touchdown Rams. It's cold-blooded Cooper doing it once again. And Cooper Kupp, I mean, with that game that he had against the 49ers in the fair sim, he is off to one heck of a start this season, it must be said. As we go for the two-point conversion, drop back looking, Kupp floater, a perfect pass, and it's in bounds for the two-point conversion. Which, I mean, that was really perplexing because it looked like Tyree Jackson was completely falling apart, and then he throws an absolute perfect pass to Cooper Kupp on the touchdown and on the two-point conversion. It's just, all right, maybe we believe in Tyree Jackson again. Intercepted. Azariah Thomas, the rookie, with his first career theft. The third-round draft pick in the game and making a play. Tyree, play fake. He'll have to eat the sack right there. A loss of 10. Tryon Shoyinka getting home. And Azariah Thomas was only in the game because of the injury to Devon Jackson. So we lose one rookie, the next one steps up. You love to see it. Speaking of rookies, once again, setting up a goal to go. It's R.J. Maryland. Here we go, running the ball to start the fourth quarter. Antonio Gibson. Got to hold two hands on that ball. Don't want to fumble here. Puka Nacua. Haven't mentioned his name all game, all season, really. And we mentioned it the first time around on an end around. Third down and goal. And I actually was frozen. I couldn't do anything right there. And I was hoping the Bucs guy would notice that and decline the penalty because I was not doing anything for a while. But instead, we'll go to Cooper Kupp. Outside and in. Kupp does it again. Cooper Kupp is a touchdown machine right now, and that should hopefully give us the distance to coast home with this win, and we need that. Which, I mean, it was looking pretty scary there for a moment, right? The Bucs were down 12, they had the ball, and we're at midfield. That Grant Delpit interception really saved our bacon. That was, the Bucs were on the run, and thankfully we cooled off that momentum, and I mean, now the momentum bar is fully on our side. We got a couple of defensive plays, and I mean, this game really is hats off to the defense at the end of the day. Is Bell had a step on Delpit, but Jalen Milroe, the 4th overall draft pick out of Alabama, not able to make the throw. Milroe, though, I mean, he's got legs. Oh, but he doesn't have the ball, and he almost didn't have his legs anymore. That was Devon Jackson back into the game, and really upsetting Jalen Milroe's feelings. And now Milroe's injured on the play, taking back-to-back shots. And now you got DJ Uiagalelei in the game. He's the backup for the Buccaneers, and he's going to throw a dime. More than that, he's going to throw a touchdown. 82 yards. Jaheim Bell, the first play of the game for Uiagalelei, and he does what Tyree Jackson could not do. Because Tyree had the same scenario. He missed the throw. DJ threw a dime. against the rookie Azariah Thomas, who got burnt in coverage. Oh, ball's on the ground and picked up by Merritt. Onside kick recoveries are becoming a problem for us. Remember in the preseason, it was Tim Patrick that was not able to cleanly recover the onside, and we actually lost in the preseason because of that. And now it's Puka Nacua. We'd like to think he's a good member of the hands team. Maybe not, so something to keep an eye on. What we do not want is any more injuries. Please, no more injuries. Injuries have already been a huge storyline, and we barely started this season. And now we have Kirk Merritt injured on the play. Dislocated finger? No, buddy. You can sit the rest of this one out. We are up 21 points right now. We have true clock on. I'm just trying to finish this game as quickly as possible. I do not want to be in this game anymore because we just keep suffering injuries. Now it's Tyler Higbee on the ground. He's tight end 2 this season, but still, we don't want to lose Tyler Higbee. And we also don't want all these injury timeouts stopping the game, so it's a double whammy. All right, just keep stopping the clock here. Higbee's all right to return, and we don't really need him. We got Antonio Gibson in the end zone. That's a touchdown for our Rams. Sure, why not? Didn't really need it, but we'll take it. And I mean, 57 points. It's been a long game to get to this road, man. There's been a lot of ups and downs. It just feels like if we've gone through like 3 games worth of storylines in one game. Like, I can't take this stress, man. This game needs to end. I would just kneel this one out if we could. Resign. This, concede the rest of the game, sure. But Tampa Bay's obviously still going to give it a couple of cracks here. Jalen Milroe's back in the game. He got cleared, and maybe not for much longer as he takes the sack from Ro Torrens. DJ Uiagalelei, though, he came in as the hero, threw the touchdown, and got kicked out. He's not the big Cinco that we knew from back in Madden 21 with the Lions. The Bucs gave him number 12, I think it was, but yeah, big Dose? Yeah, Dose. I believe that's 12 in Spanish. That's what Cinco is, by the way, big Cinco. If you didn't know, I'm sure mostly everybody knew. As Rock Taylor with the run, not able to get the first down there. Grant Delpin making the open field tackle. And, I mean, yeah, the Bucs are obviously going to go for this 4th down here. Milroe standing like a statue and then takes off for the first down. Jalen Milroe, who suffered the injury, took a lot of hits. Jalen Henderson-esque the way he is playing with no fear and scrambling once again. We hit the 2-minute warning. At this point, I believe I took Aaron Donald out the game because it's just like, I don't want Aaron Donald to get hurt. Take a couple of guys out, just prevent injuries. We get one. I mean, it doesn't matter what happens on this drive. After that, hopefully the game ends, but hopefully we can get a stop and we'll move to a 2-1 record. And, even though that one game was a sim loss, like we are, in the games we play, we're 2-0. That's a good sign so far. Unfortunately, since we had that loss to the Niners, that is going to be a divisional loss. So that's, as much as we talked about loving that week 1 win against the Seahawks, we are 1-1 in the division right now. But 2-1, it's a pretty good start so far. Good bounce back. Didn't want to be 1-2 for sure. And have to hit the panic button because week 4, we actually have the Arizona Cardinals on deck. We have another division game, so our schedule full of NFC West opponents as the Bucs going to go for this 4th down and 5, and Jalen Milroe, can he get it? Oh, he takes a monster lick from Devon Jackson. The Bucs do get the first down on the play. Man, Devon Jackson, he not only is a ball hawk, he puts some hits on, man. You will feel it the next morning when Devon Jackson gets to you as Milroe once again taking a hit. I mean, I don't know why the Bucs are risking their quarterback right now. Down 28 points with 9 seconds to go. Like, I would just put the backup in there, man. Like, you don't want to be like Jalen Henderson, who is on the bench right now, hurt, right? As the Bucs get the touchdown here with 6 seconds to spare. Rock Taylor finding the end zone, and they're actually gonna go for the onside kick here. I'm all right with this, man. We need practice. We need to practice our onside kick recoveries. Nacua, good grab. No jumping leap. Oh, man, he took a hit afterwards, though. But, we are able to get the bend of the knee and get out of here. And, yeah, man, we're going to have Tyree Jackson in for the next couple of weeks, it looks like, with the injury that we suffered here with Jalen Henderson. So, not only is this done, we're actually going to be, next time you guys see us with this Rams franchise, we're going to be in week 5 because I also missed the week 4 game against the Arizona Cardinals. So we're going to see, it was once again a fair sim. Once again, schedules just did not line up. So sometimes that happens with these CFMs. Sometimes you try to schedule with a guy and it just doesn't work out for whatever reason. So I'll see you guys for week 5 action, and hopefully we can win that fair sim against the Arizona Cardinals. But for now, we'll celebrate our week 3 victory, and definitely a lot of positives from today's game, right? The offense was pretty solid, especially when we had Jalen out there, and the defense really balled out against one of the top passing attacks in the league, and it was really a group effort. Like, no one really shined spectacularly, but you see, like, Byron Young had a good game. We were calling his name a lot. Devon Jackson had the pick 6. Delpit had the pick that really saved our bacon. So Aaron Donald, of course, doing Aaron Donald stuff. It's good to have AD back for sure. So 2 injuries before we get out of here to Jalen Henderson, and I believe Isaiah Wynn got injured. So we are currently down 3 starting offensive linemen. We're going to get Bulls back, so that's good. And by the time you guys see us next time, we're going to get Dotson and Fleming back as well. So that's going to do it for this video. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed what you guys saw today. Subscribe for more Madden 24 gameplays, and I will catch you guys next time. Thank you, as always, for watching.